Alright guys, welcome back. Got a little late start this morning. Had to go buy some more parts and order some more parts. I went ahead and decided to order some more of these pieces here. This is the only kind that's used. Only one of these, three of these, and I already had bought one of them. So I went ahead and ordered this one because I kind of messed it up trying to get it out. And see, and it's already pretty thin. You can see how thin that is. You can see how thick the new ones are. So I'm gonna end up replacing all but one of these, and this one I'm gonna save. It's still got a lot of pretty good thickness on it, so we'll save that one. So I also had to go get some O-rings for these plates here, and I found out that these two are different, but there's no way to get them mixed up because the holes are different. See, I can't stick this in that hole. So there's only one way the dang things will go. And they're held on with O-rings, and I'm sure it seals them when you tighten everything down. And they didn't have 20 O-rings, they only had 16, so I'm gonna have to come up with some. I got some O-rings, but they're standard size, and I don't think they're gonna really, they ain't quite as thick. So we can try to use them anyway. And we'll get all these cleaned up and installed, and then we'll be ready to put the bottom on it and seal it up. Alright, I got these cleaned up. I found 4 more O-rings. They're standard size. Hopefully they work. Difference. The only difference is the one that comes from Kuhn is a little thicker. I think the size wise they're pretty much the same. So anyway, what we'll do is flip this over, and I'll stick them through the bottom and put the O-rings on the studs. So I can give y'all a close up of this. You see a little groove right here. That's where that O-ring sits. Now, there's only, like I say, there's only one way this thing can go. It won't go that way. It's got to go this way. Get all the way in that groove right there and hold it in place. It also seals that opening that this thing comes out of. Alright guys, got them all on, and now we're ready to flop her back over and put these little plastic things in the middles. Alright guys, I got the little plastic pieces in each of the centers, and they just took a hammer and tapped them in. There's a little groove they sit in that's pretty tight fit. Yeah, caught myself wiping down this thing. It's got a little bit of pollen on it, but I wiped down all the mating surfaces, and so we're about ready to try to put this gasket on and then go around the edge of it with silicone. And I don't know if there's any particular way this thing's got to go. Sure would be helpful if it didn't form though. Looks better than it did. Maybe it'll stay. We'll get some silicone around it, and just using some just waterproof clear silicone, pure silicone. Okay, now we got to be very damn careful to lift this thing up and on this joker. You really try to use extra hands. Alright guys, got them all bolted down just with the impact, and I'm going to try to find a torque spec on them. I don't know what they are. One thing I did realize is he didn't give me near the bolts I needed. He gave me all these, but I told him I needed all these bolts. I told him I needed every bolt on this page, every nut. So I'll look on this parts page. Unfortunately, I don't tell you what damn size it is. The ones I need is number 13s. And number 3s. 3's an under serrated self-locking screw. You can't see. And let's say number 13 is an under serrated self-locking screw. 031, 026. So they don't tell you what size that is. You know, it's probably either a 10 or a 8 or 10. It's probably a 10 millimeter bolt. So millimeter size bolts are kind of expensive around here. Yep. So anyway, I guess I'll make another trip to town and see what I can find, and we'll continue on with it. Alright guys, I went to Fastenal and ordered some bolts. They won't be here till Friday. I went by Ace Hardware, and these ain't serrated. They're smooth, but they will allow me to go ahead and get some stuff going here. These little jokers, Ace, is pretty expensive. That's a 10.9 bolt, which is basically a grade 8. That was $2.20 a piece at Ace, $1.50 at Fastenal, 90 cents a piece at Ace, and 21 cents at Fastenal. So Friday I'll get the rest of the bolts in. So today we'll just try to get these 5 in front of the spindles, and I can go ahead and put my spindles on. And this thing will about be done except for torquing these bolts, and I'm not sure what the torque specs are on them. Yeah, and then we'll start on this damn gearbox, and if I have room I'll put it in this video. If not, it'll be in another video. So I think right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bolt these through here. I think that's how they go. I'm going to have to look, make sure, but we'll get them bolted up and then we'll go from there. Alright guys, I got these bolts bolted up. I think I got a little longer bolts than I needed. But I don't remember them sticking that far up above the nut. I'm going to go ahead and put this, set this one in, put a new O-ring on it. And it's going to clear it, no problem. So I've got this bar set up here about where it's going to go. Just mainly to make sure I had it on the right side. And I picked these up at Fastenal. These are 12mm lock nuts, which I'm thinking will fit these bolts. So I'll replace all those and we'll get these spindles on. Notice I've got this between the nuts. This has got to go in the same way. And there's one side got short holes and the other side got longer holes now. And notice it ain't fitting this way, but all I got to do is reach in here, turn this gear a little bit. Yep. And there's the seat. That's all it is. We'll just keep going down the line and shouldn't be no problems. Alright guys, got them all bolted. Now to make sure everything's turning like it's supposed to. Looks like it's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Everything's moving like it should. Don't feel like no binding up. It's just a little tight, but that's to be expected with new bearings. Alright, well, I guess we'll be Friday till we get this other on. I think I'm going to end the video right here, and the next video will be trying to tear down this gearbox. So stay tuned for that, and thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe.